make some fenugreek gel with me. Here I have some fenugreek seeds. And if you don't know, this is how they look. And they smell like maple syrup. Some people say curry. And just we're going to add that to some distilled water. And after we finish mixing this, we're actually just going to add it onto the heat. This is just the first step. So this is after just 20 minutes of the fenugreek sitting in hot water. As you can see, the water is now a deep yellow color. I just love fenugreek seeds for my hair. Fenugreek, or as some people call them, methy seeds, are frequently used as a natural home remedy for thinning hair and other conditions such as like dandruff, dry, itchy scalp. And it's also said to stimulate hair growth by nourishing the hair follicles and increasing blood circulation to the scalp. Fenugreek seeds are also a rich source of iron and protein, two essential nutrients for hair growth. Here I am adding a preservative in powder form. And yes, your gel needs a preservative. All products that contain water require preservative. This will help to keep the product safe and also prevent mold, bacteria, and yeast growth. You don't want those things in your products. Now, this is where the little bit of patience I have was tested. I decided I wanted to use a smaller scale because of the smaller measurements for the next set of ingredients. Started off with the bigger beaker, then decided to switch to the smaller one, but the scale still wouldn't tear. I had to end up turning off the ceiling fan because the breeze was actually causing fluctuating measurements on this small jewelry scale. So this is when I realized it was the fan. Tried to use my hands to shelter it, but yeah, that didn't work. Next up is the D-L-panthenol, aka Provitamin B5 in powder form. D-L-panthenol penetrates readily into skin and hair, has moisturizing and softening properties, gives the hair moisture and shine, and reduces split ends. The next ingredient is MSM. I will not try to say this myself, just listen.
Methylsulfonylmethane.
So yeah, that. MSM is a form of organic sulfur which acts as a building block for the protein of the hair, also known as keratin. Research shows that it helps to make hair thicker and it also ensures more shine. It is also theorized that MSM increases hair growth potential by lengthening the growth phase. This is known as the anagen phase of the hair cycle. Next up is aloe vera juice. Here are just some of the benefits. Aloe helps to hydrate the hair strands, promote hair growth, strengthen the hair, but also condition the hair, and aloe helps to balance the pH of the hair and scalp. Here I'm adding glycerin to the fenugreek tea. Glycerin is a humectant which helps to draw moisture to the hair. Next up, this is a herbal extract. Originally, I made it with bamboo extract, but I didn't have any this time, so I'd use daikon seed extract, and it was amazing. Daikon seed extract is often used to improve slip in hair products, with some formulators actually using it as a natural alternative to silicones. This next ingredient is what gives the gel the hold that we're used to when we use gels. It is called maltodextrin VP copolymer. It is one of the most sustainable, naturally derived fixatives used in many cosmetic products such as gels and mousses. The mixture in this jar is a mix of distilled water and hydroxycellulose, which is a non-ionic water-soluble polymer. This is what I use to thicken the gel. Hydroxycellulose makes skin and hair products thicker and also easier to apply on the skin or hair. It also improves the product's texture and feel, and it makes the hair gels less sticky. Here I'm adding an antimicrobial blend of extracts and glycol, which helps to boost our preservative. So in other words, it helps our preservative to work even better, which is very important when we're using herbal extracts and raw ingredients like the fenugreek seeds. Just mix that in well. I'm then going to add this to the larger size beaker here. This is because I'm going to be adding some additional ingredients to this mix before combining it with the fenugreek tea to make our final product. I'm now adding a humectant in powder form. Humectants attract water molecules from the environment into the hair. Once the water is diffused into the hair, it can fill in the gaps along the hair shaft, which your natural sebum can't easily get to because of the structure of our curls. Then we just want to mix and mix and mix. Mix this really well before we add the preserved fenugreek water, or fenugreek tea as we sometimes refer to it. Here I'm just giving the fenugreek tea a final mix before combining the two water phases together. Once combined, I will then use a spatula to mix everything together for a bit. Now I'm preparing the final ingredients, propranediol and xanthan gum. The xanthan gum I'm using here is the clear cosmetic grade for this specific formula. Propranediol is a humectant and a solvent derived from corn sugar. Here I am using it as a solvent to help dissolve my xanthan gum, which will then help it to incorporate into the combined water phases. This slurry will give the hair gel the jelly consistency that I'm going for. To make this slurry, I'm just adding the xanthan gum over the propranediol and mixing really well until there's no more powder left in the mixture. It's like its own little mini gel type of consistency, but a milky one. I'm now adding the slurry into the combined water phases. And of course, if you haven't figured it out as yet, we're mixing again. Yeah, there was a lot of mixing with this gel. If you look here, you can actually still see quite a bit of clumps and lumps in the gel, but that's okay because that won't be there by the time we're done. You can also see here that it's still quite runny, quite thin. It doesn't seem to have formed a gel, but don't worry, this will change as well. After using the spatula to mix for about 2 minutes, I got my handy dandy mini battery operated mixer and went to work again. This is when I really started to see the gel thicken up. I used the mini mixer for about 3 minutes before taking a break and doing another 2 minutes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where you take a big breath, stretch those fingers, put your favorite song on, and mix and stir. And mix and stir. And stir. I'm not even joking. I stirred this until I started to get dizzy. Then we stop for a second and just admire how lovely the gel is starting to form. Look at that. Look at that goop. Gorgeous. So now I get to my favorite part, other than testing the gel, of course. Now I get to show off the final product. Look at that. Look at this beautiful hair jelly gel. Jelly gel. Anyway, this is the final product for now. I'm still testing and I'm still making changes. But I have been using this gel for a few months, or at least variations of this gel. This is what I call my passion product. My passion project. Yes, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Here we go. One more jiggle for you. Until next time, bye.